All right, number 2, use the equation and the corresponding graph for the quadratic function to find what is requested. And in number 2, they are asking us to find the coordinates of the vertex. And again, we've been given an equation of a parabola, f of x equals -2 times quantity x minus 4 squared plus 5. And we've also been given the graph itself. But before we find the coordinates of the vertex, what is a vertex? Well, in the case of a parabola, the vertex is the point of the parabola that crosses its axis of symmetry. It's the lowest point, the valley, if you will, for a graph that opens up, and it's the peak, it's the highest point for graphs that open down. And in this case, number 2, we have a graph that opens down. So our vertex is going to be the peak, the highest point that this graph will have. And so, again, let's go ahead and see if we can find the vertex visually, and then we'll see if we can find the vertex using the equation that we were given. All right, so if we're looking for the peak, right, the highest point of our parabola here, it looks like the peak is right here, that blue point. And if we were going to write the coordinates for that point, it looks like 4, 5 will be the vertex visually. All right, but again, it's always nice to use the equation to find this information as well. And to find the vertex of the parabola, again, this is an equation that's been given to us in vertex form. And I'll go ahead and write the vertex form here out to the right. So vertex form is defined as f of x equals a times quantity x minus h squared plus k. And the vertex for a parabola is going to be the point h comma k. So we can use the equation here to find the vertex relatively easily. So in this case, what is h? Well, h is 4. And what is k? Well, k is positive 5, isn't it? And so 4, 5, that matches up with what we visually thought it was. But again, it's always nice to double check to verify using the equation itself. And all of this comes from what we learned previously for test number 2, where we talked about vertical translations and horizontal translations. So if you need a review of that, I would suggest going back to the previous playlist for test number 2 and taking a look at those videos. Or certainly you have notes from class that you can refer to. But that's how we found the vertex using the vertex form. Vertex, again, is h comma k, and we pulled those numbers directly out of our equation. So either way, whether you want to find it using the equation or find that vertex using the graph, you should get the same answer, and indeed we did, 4, 5.